Good morning. Thank you one more time for staying with me and viewing my channel. Now this is the fourth series in the PHP, the fourth topic of the fourth tutorial in the PHP series that we're taking. We've seen how to connect to the database, how to insert into the database, how to retrieve from the database. Now we want to see how to update and delete from the database now. All I first of all want to do is just go straight to my VS Code. For the last topic, we did how to get from the database, and if you go into the database and just type your get from just type your get, and let me say my local host, and I come and I say slash my training slash, and I'll say get.php. I do this I'm supposed to be get.php. Now this is what is in my database. If you come to my database, you can see that the last insertion I did was austin.lakenfo@gmail.com with a username, and that is exactly what we have here now. If I go again and let me install anything again, and let me say John, 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 and I say John 1 2 3 4 5 6. Once I say insert, that's gone. And if I come in here to refresh, you can see the John 1 2 3. So now what we want to do is that we want to delete. We want to configure the delete and the update button. Now if I click delete now, it's still not working because I have not done anything to it. If I click the update, it's still the same thing. It's still not working because I've not done anything to it. Now we want to do the work on the delete and the update button. So the next thing, I come here now, I go to my training and I would create a file called delete.php. Once I do this now, I come into my delete and I create my PHP workspace like this, and I do PHP. I do this. I do my PHP, and I come here. Then now, the next thing I do, I include my connection.php, my connection.php. I do this. This connection is got from this connection that I had already created that connects us from our server to our database is already here. So that is the connection I am requiring here, and I say Control S. Once I've done the connection.php, then the next thing I do is my if set. Now we want to see how we can delete from our database, and I'll now say if like this is set. If like this set, and I do this, I say $_get get like this, and I now go to my, and now I come and I say delete ID. Now this delete ID, now if you come to my get here, you can see where I call the delete ID here. This is the delete ID that I'm trying to call here now. I have already created in the button a delete ID, and this is what I'll call it, and even for the update, this is what I'll be calling. So I now go back and I have to delete ID like this. Once I do this, I come here and I do my curly braces like this, and I come and I say $ID equals $_get this delete ID. I say we want to get the delete ID, and I come here, I put this, I come again and I say $query, create a variable $query, and I now come and I'll do now we are using our delete keyword. we are using our delete keyword. I now say delete, delete from, remember our backtick, from training. Training is the name of our table. Delete from training, where ID equals $ID, like this. Then you put your semicolon. Then you now come here and say your result. Do your dollar result like this, and you now say equals to what? My SQLI, this underscore query, underscore query. Now inside the query, always remember to call your $con and what this query that we just wrote, and dollar query. This query is this query here, is this here, and this $con that we always call here is what in from the connection. The $con here, where we connected to the server name and the username and every other thing, that is the $con we are calling here. Once you have done that, now you put your semicolon and say what? Now come for your if statement. If $result, if $result, like this, you do this. Now saying if $result, you do what? Header. Now you do this, and inside you say now location dot slash. Where do you want to go after they have deleted? Do you want to remain in that page, or do you want to go to another page? I will want us to remain in that page, so we'll see what we have done. So I now call the page that actually I want us to remain in the delete the get page. That is the get.php page. I want us it to remain in that get.php after we have deleted. So I now call this get.php here. Now I put it and say /get.php like that, and I put what? I put my semicolon. Once I have done that, or I now say else, else I do this, I say exit, else exit, like this, and I put my semicolon, and I do this. Now we have successfully done our delete. Let's go and do it. Let's save. Always make sure you save before you go to the browser. And I come to the browser, I refresh the browser. Once I refresh the browser, let me say I want to now delete this. I do this. You can see that it has been deleted. If I want to delete this one, I do this. Now we have deleted it. Now we have been able to configure our delete. We have been able to configure our delete. Now the next step we will now go is that immediately we have configured our delete, let us go straight to do our update, or call it edit, whichever one you want to do your update or your edit now. So now come again, I come here to my training, and I now do update a file again, update.php, like that, and I say enter. Now this is the update.php, and the first thing you first of all do, let us create our PHP environment. I come, I do this, the question mark, and I say PHP, I do this, and I do this like this. Now I have created the PHP environment. Then the next thing I do now is now get write the codes that I will use to update now. Now the first thing I'll first of all do is now I have to also come, if you go to the get.php here, now this ID, very, very important. I have to now go and call this ID now. So I come here first of all, and I do this, and I say $ID, like this, and I say equal to, and I say $_ get. This is also a global variable, get, and I do this, I say get update ID. Now we have gotten the update ID, and we'll do this. But first, now I was supposed to put the include here, and I say include my connection. So connection dot php. I come and do this connection.php. Then after I've done that, I now do my if set. If, remember, if is set like this, and also $_ post. We want to post $_ and I do this and I say submit submit $_ submit, and I come here, I do this. Now what do I want to post? I say let's say I say $US username equals $_ post. I do this and I say username. I come now $_ I copy this, Ctrl C, and that's $_ let's say $password equals to $_ post password, post password. Now I come and I call forth my query. Remember our query, and I say $query, and I say we are updating now. So I now say update. Remember our backtick, update training like this. And after the update, I now say set ID equals like this, equals $ID. Now remember, when you are using double inverted comma outside, you must use a single inverted comma inside in order not to create an error. I come here, I say this now, I now say username. I do this, and I come simply inverted comma here, and I say $username. I come now, comma again, I say password. I do this, and I say $password. Now we are calling this username and password now. This username and password. This is what we are calling here. This is what we are referencing here now. This is $username and $password now. Now after that, now I now say where we bring in our where clause. We bring in our where clause. Where ID equals $ID, where ID equals $ID. So once we are through, we come here, we put our semicolon, and we press enter. Now we put our semicolon and we press the enter. Now our query, and I'll say $result. So $result equals my SQLi underscore query. I do this, remember, $con, set comma, and $query. Come and $query, and you do this. Then now I either put it done on $query. I put our if statement. I say if dollar result, if dollar result. Remember I said if you do this, if when you say if, it means that if the dollar result is okay, say header this, and I say location like this, and I also want to stay in the page dot get dot php, and I'll say this slash get dot php. I end it with a semicolon. Now I come here and I say else you do this, I also say echo not posted, and I'll do this. Then let me shift this a little bit in. Now I say save. Now I have said save. Now there's something else we must also do here. Now we have to bring in a table, our table, where, because it's from a table that we'll be able to begin to do our posting and every other thing that we want to do. So now what I normally do is that I come to my insert here, the index, and I copy this, my htdocs here, the table I've already created. I copy it like this. I just copy it and I come and put it in my update here. I put it here in my update like this, and now all I just have to do here now is that after I have done that, now what I need to do now is, now I have to work, first of all, what I want to update, I have to first of all select it. If I do not select it, I will not be able to update what I have selected. So now I come here now, inside here now, the PHP, and I do a select query. I say $query is equal to what? Select. I want to select what I want to update. So I do this. I now say SELECT select all, which is star, from now our training, like this, where ID equals $ID, like this. I put my semicolon here and I'll call the $query, $result is equals to my SQLi underscore query, like this, and I call my $con, and query, I put my semicolons like this. Then I call my SQL fetch, so I now say $row, $row equals my SQLi underscore fetch underscore a ASOC, and I put my call what $result like this. I put my semicolon, and now I call $username. Those are the things I want to make changes to, and the $row. I do this and I say username like this, and I call $password like this, and I say equal to say $row like this. I call this and I say password. I do this and I say what, save. Now if everything is good, working according to as it is now, I guess everything is okay. The next thing I just come here now to do is I do this, I save. Now let me update one of this now. Let me come here now. It has said yet, it has come here now, and I want to put, let's say I say Tony, and I put this one to be T-O-N Tony 1 2 3 4. Let's see. Beautiful. You can see that it has updated Tony 1 2 3 4. So now we have been done. Let me update this one again. Tony, let me update this. I come here, I put let me say I put Andrew, and I put Andrew 3 4 5 6 7 8, and I say update. You can now see Andrew 3 4 5 6 7 8. So now we've been able to configure our update, delete, insert, and retrieve. This is a simple CRUD operation using PHP, but definitely using HTML, CSS, and bringing our PHP to be able to connect from our front end to our back end. This is a simple CRUD operation. Thank you very much for listening to my video. I will urge you, if you have not subscribed to my channel, Lakenfa Technologies, please take your time out to just after or before listening to the video, go to our subscribe button, click the subscribe, notification, and the like button. And if there's anything you want us to treat, any course, any particular programming, or whatever you think it has been giving you issues in programming, this is why we call Lakenfa Technology coding made easy. Just write on the comment page, I want us to treat this. We'll treat it, and we'll see how we can move forward from there. Thank you very much for listening to the channel and for listening to the tutorial. Thank you very much. Now I want to the next series we'll be doing here is we'll now build a to-do app using our CRUD that we just learned, and using PHP and our CRUD that we just learned. Thank you very much.